Here are Dominate the Diamond's 5 best ways to help you keep your players engaged during practice. Plan it out. That's right, plan it out. First, when all the kids come into practice, have them take a baseball knee on the pitcher's mound and take roll. Create a practice plan. Here's our practice plan. It consists of not only the time, but also the activity, the coach, and the location on the field that they're gonna be going at. This one first, we're talking about having a word of the day. After we discuss the word of the day, we break up into our throwing stations. They start throwing. We then make sure that we're creating a good warm-up. We create our stations, and the coaches know exactly what they're doing. Don't just wing practice. Instead, make sure that you're planning it out.
All right, coaches, our next way to keep our players engaged during practice is to create multiple stations. Utilize your field, utilize your space, and utilize all your assistant coaches to create as many stations as possible. Keep the kids moving and keep it fast-paced. So we're gonna take you through the field here. We have 3 different stations set up, and we're talking about breaking up practice into as many stations as possible. Utilize your assistant coaches, keep them moving, and if we have 12 kids, let's break them up into 3 groups of 4. So station 1 here, Coach Duke's gonna be feeding the tee, and we're just working into our bow net here. This can be done in a batting cage, it can be done into a net, or if you don't have that space, you can use smush balls. You can use squishy balls, you can use tennis balls. Have fun with them, get a lot of reps, and do it in a small amount of time.
Station number 2 is the rapid fire drill. We're using the cones to pretend like they're players, and Coach Steve's one of the 4. So we're gonna take some baseballs and a bat, and we're just gonna pepper some balls back and forth.
All right, coaches, our next drill here, we're gonna work on some pop flies. We have 3 cones set up. We use hurdles, we use speed ladders. For the purpose of this drill, we're just gonna use cones, and we're gonna work on our drop step. Coach Duke has about 5 or 6 smush balls, and we're able to do this drill barehanded. So we don't need a field to work on pop flies. We don't need a lot of space. We're in a small indoor area here, and we're just gonna work on our prep step. Coach Duke's gonna alternate sides, and I'm gonna work on catching it barehand.
Keep practice positive and have fun. In the beginning of practice, have a word of the day. Maybe it's respect, maybe it's effort, maybe it's hustle. You have a plan. Now they're executing the practice. Make sure that you're adding a lot of positive words, making sure that they have a growth mindset so that they're trying new things. They're not getting all upset and you're getting on them when they're doing it wrong. Instead, hey, here we go, let's go. So coaches, really make sure that you're staying positive, make sure you stick to your plan, so at the end of the practice, everybody feels good, they accomplished something, they got better, and that's a great way to help keep your players engaged during practice. Give your players a purpose. Give them an outcome. Maybe it's a target. Maybe they get points for hitting a certain bullseye. How many times do we have our kids go hit off the tee and they're just swinging and they're saying how boring it is? Or they're throwing into a net and they're saying how boring it is. Instead, how about hitting the ball off a tee, but you set up a second tee 10 feet in front with a ball on it. So now their purpose and their mission and their goal behind hitting this line drive is they're trying to now hit a line drive and knock the other ball off the tee for some points. That's given them purpose, mission, and now they know if they did it well or not. Or they're throwing balls into a target, but you set a ball on a tee and now they're aiming to try to knock the ball off the tee. Now again, they're focusing, they're engaging, and you're putting much more fun into that drill and into practice.
All right, coaches, our next best way to keep our players engaged during practice is to create competitions out of everything. We always want to finish up practice with a competition. Instead of just throwing, let's play tire fire. Instead of just doing base running, get out a stopwatch, create a relay race. Instead of just hitting BP, try a racer ball. These are some just great ways to keep your players moving, to throw a competition into the mix, and to get those kids competing, having fun, and staying focused.
Those are our 5 best ways to help your players stay engaged during practice. For more information, follow us and check out our website at www.dominatethediamond.com. Remember, dominate the day.